After Gemma Dunn made the sad choice to have her dog Charlie euthanized, she was very upset. She had to go back to school a few days later, but it was hard for her to hide her sadness from her students. Then, a 9-year-old boy wrote her a letter that made her feel even more sad. Dunn is a teacher at St. Michael's Primary School in the city of Glasgow, Scotland. There she is in charge of Year 5, the equivalent of 4th grade in the United States, with some boisterous kids presumably among her charges. It's likely Dunn's job could be rather demanding. However, in February of 2018, something happened to make the teacher's job even harder. A tragedy at home left Dunn struggling to get through the end of the day, she told Today that same month. Back at home, Dunn and her family owned an adorable golden retriever named Charlie. However, when the dog was just 18 months old, vets discovered he had a tumor that was affecting his heart, which was worrying news for both Charlie and his owners. Sadly, the growth was inoperable, and as a result, vets had little option but to put Charlie down. Naturally, the decision left Dunn and her family utterly heartbroken. However, they found that their lives had to go on. With that in mind, just 3 days after her dog's diagnosis, Dunn found herself standing in front of her class of 9- and 10-year-olds once more. To the children, it was just an ordinary Monday morning, but for their teacher, nothing about it felt normal at all. Understandably, Charlie was still uppermost in Dunn's mind. So much so, in fact, that she decided she had to tell her pupils about what had happened to her dog over the weekend. I could see my students. They looked a wee bit upset because they could tell I was upset, she explained. Since Charlie had been such a big part of the teacher's life, her class knew all about the dog too. Dunn revealed, I felt I had to tell them they knew Charlie because I had talked about him so often, and they had seen so many photos and videos. After explaining why she was a little withdrawn, Dunn got back to work educating her class. To be honest, I just wanted to get to the end of the day at the time, she confessed. However, little did Dunn know that her news had a profound effect on one of her students. Little Callum Ferguson was so touched by the news of Charlie's passing that the 9-year-old decided to reach out to his teacher with a poem. Ferguson spent the majority of his day perfecting his poem before handing it over to Dunn. On the front of his card, Ferguson had written, "To Mrs. Dunn, sorry if you don't like it or it makes you emotional." Over the page, meanwhile, his moving missive began with the words, "I'm sorry about your dog." Inside the card, Ferguson had penned out a touching acrostic poem that spelled out Charlie's name. Each line listed a quality the dog possessed according to each letter. So in Ferguson's eyes, the dog was cheeky, happy, adorable, reliable, lucky, incredible, and energetic. After pointing out some of Charlie's key attributes, Ferguson concluded, "But most of all, I know your dog was special, and your dog is in a better place and is looking over you." Charlie was a great dog, according to Callum. Moreover, Ferguson's thoughtfulness certainly resonated with his emotional teacher. Indeed, Dunn confessed to the Scottish Sun that Ferguson's poem had left her in tears when she got home. The teacher shared her student's moving verse with her family, including her 20-year-old daughter Lucy. The poem impressed Lucy so much that she decided to share it on Twitter. "Mom's been so upset about the dog being put to sleep and stressing about having to go back into school today, and she got this from a wee boy in her class," she explained. But little did Lucy realize what social media would make of it all. The answer was a great deal, in fact. Before long, Ferguson's poem had gone viral. Since Lucy posted it online on February 19, 2018, it has attracted over 155,000 likes and close to 35,000 retweets. Furthermore, many tweeters were quick to congratulate the 9-year-old on his beautiful poem. However, while many people commended him on his verse, gaining praise was never Ferguson's intention. "I just wanted to cheer up Mrs. Dunn," he told the Scottish Sun. "I have a French bulldog, Huggy, and I knew she would be sad. My friends have asked me for my autograph now." No one was more proud of Ferguson than his dad, Stuart, who only learned of his son's poem after Dunn called. "I am very proud. I am proud of all my children, but very proud of Callum," he said on an appearance on the UK TV show This Morning in February 2018. Through Ferguson's poem, Charlie's spirit lives on, and that's the greatest gift Dunn could have imagined. The strangest part is that people are calling me as if they know Charlie, the teacher told Today. Charlie was just our big lovable dog, and suddenly the world knows who he was. People are so sympathetic towards us. Meanwhile, after becoming famous online, Ferguson has promised to keep writing poems. Hopefully, he'll continue making people happy with his poems for a long time. But if what his teacher said is any indication, he might try to stay out of the spotlight a bit more in the future. Dunn said, Callum felt a bit shy about all the attention.